everyone, I'm Christina Mascari. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to help you if you are on the hunt for an artificial Christmas tree this year. A lot of these trees are popular and sell out pretty quickly, so I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the best looking tree, some of the best deals, and if you're looking to splurge, I have some options for you too. I popped into Lowe's the other day to pick up supplies for some furniture projects, and they had all their Christmas stuff out, and I could not help myself. I went on a deep dive, and I'm gonna share all that information with you today. Now, when you're shopping online, the trees and the pictures maybe aren't gonna give you the best representation of what they look like in real life, so I'm gonna show you what all these trees look like set up. I have some surprises for you at the end as well, so stick around till the end of the video. I'm gonna be giving you lots of different price points and lots of different trees that are going to fall into different budgets. So whether you're very budget conscious or like you just want the best looking tree and money is no object, I'm gonna have something for everybody. There's a few ways that you're gonna be able to shop this video. I wanna make it really easy for you. So you can click on this QR code at any time and it's going to take you to a list of all the trees that I'm talking about. As always, I'll link everything down in the description box for you. And I'm also gonna use YouTube Shopping. So as I'm talking about a tree, you'll have a little timestamp that pops up and that is gonna be a link directly to that tree. If you have any questions about a specific tree, please leave them down in the comment box and I will do my best to get back to you. Okay, the number one reason I wanted to go into Lowe's and check out these trees is because this year they are doing a collaboration with Balsam Hill that's going to be exclusive to Lowe's. Now, Balsam Hill, if you don't know about it, is a premium artificial Christmas tree company. They have been around for a long time and their trees can range from $500 to over $1,000. And they just do an amazing job. So I was really excited to see what they were going to come up with teaming up with Lowe's. So these Balsam Hill trees were the number one thing I wanted to check out going into Lowe's. And the most popular one that they're anticipating to sell out is this 7.5 foot Fraser fir. Now this is pre-lit with LED lights. It retails for $398. So that is a pretty significant price point. But when you compare it to the offerings on Balsam Hill, it is a good value. This tree currently has a 5-star rating on their website, but there are only 5 reviews. So, you know, take that into account. These trees don't have a lot of reviews because they're brand new this year. What I love about this tree is it has those highly realistic real fill needles on the outside of the tree, and then to fluff it up and make it more full, it's got those high quality PVC needles that you're used to seeing on the inside. What I also like is wrapped around the trunk of the tree, they have those brown PVC needles, so it looks more like a trunk and not just a, pole wrapped in more needles. This tree has pre-fluffed memory wire, so it helps it hold the shape. So as you set it up, you're not gonna have to do all that fluffing and bending like you're used to with other trees. Now this tree has over 1,600 branch tips, and that might not mean much to you, but I'm gonna be sharing the branch tips of each tree that I'm sharing so you can kind of compare how many each one has to its price point. This is a pre-lit tree with 700 color changing mini LED lights with 8 functions. And now that just means you can do it in white, you can do it in multicolor, and then there's some like fading in and out and pulsing options. Personally, I always just leave mine on white, but I love the option to change it to a multicolored one because my kids think that's really fun. Of course, everything is pre-wired, so everything is going to light up instantly with a single plug, which is super nice. You're not having to plug all the branches together. Overall, this tree measures 7.5 feet in height and 52 inches in width. It has an on-off foot switch to control the lights and the different light functions. There is no remote with this tree, which is not, an end-all be-all for me because I think most of the time you just lose the remote anyways. But for this price point, I would kind of expect it to have a remote, so that's kind of a bummer. So this next Balsam Hill tree, I actually like better than the first one. It is the Heritage Balsam Fir, and this one is 7 feet, so it's a little bit shorter. This tree is retailing at $398 right now. It has a 5-star rating, but again, there's only 5 reviews as of right now. So this has all the same features of the first tree. It's gonna have those real feel needles on the outside and then more high quality PVC needles to fluff it up on the inside. This tree is actually based on the Abbey's Balsamea tree. And I can see why this one has a difference to me because this one has over 2,700 branch tips as compared to the last tree that only had 1,700. Another difference is this one has 500 color changing lights as opposed to the 700 of the first tree that I showed you, so it's gonna have less light but fuller branches. So to pick between these two trees, it just depends on what type of look you are looking for. I think it's just gonna be personal preference. This one again has the on and off foot switch, no remote, and it has the easy plug-in technology as well. This one measures 7 feet in height and 54 inches in width. Now, flocked trees have become really popular in the past couple of years. Some people love them, some people hate them. I personally don't have one. I think they could be kind of messy, but I love the look of them. And they do have a Balsam Hill version that is a 5-foot snowy pine. This was so pretty in person. It retails at $198, and right now it has a 5-star rating, but again, there are only 3 reviews. This one only has 774 branch tips. Again, it's 2 feet shorter than the other ones that I've shared, so that makes sense. This is a slim version, so this is going to be really great for, tight spaces or smaller rooms. You're not going to have that huge big tree with that 52-inch diameter. Since this one does have that lower price point, the lights are only available in warm white, so there is not an option to change them to multicolor or to do different types of dimming in or out or flashing. So those are my picks for the Balsam Hill collection. Next, I want to move on to what I think is the best value that Lowe's currently offers. And I think the people agree with me because when I came home and looked this one up, over 1,000 people have bought this tree last week. This is the Holiday Living 7-foot flocked Greensboro pencil lit tree. That is a mouthful. This tree only clocks in at $128, and it looks so good, you guys. This has a 4.4 rating, but again, only 5 reviews. It has 300 color changing LED lights, so you're still gonna get the color changing option on this one, even though it has that lower price point. It's got that snow flocked appearance that is super trendy right now, a slim shape for narrow spaces, and this one has 885 branch tips. So to me, this tree has the best of both worlds. It looks great, it has a pretty full shape for a lower price point, and it has that option to change out the color. So my eye was really drawn to this one in the store because for the price point, it looked great amongst these other trees. You couldn't really tell that there's like $100, $200 difference when these trees are right beside each other. My daughter wants a tree for her room this year, and this is the one we decided to get for her. Now I understand not everybody might be for the flocking option. So if you are looking for the absolute best buy for an artificial tree at Lowe's, I think your best bet is going to be this Holiday Living Seattle fir. It clocks in at 6.5 feet, so it's a pretty good size. It's not as full, in my opinion, as the flocked tree, but this retails for just $79.98. Unfortunately, because of its great price, it is already out of stock online, but mine was still available in store, so you might be able to find it at your local store as well. Now this tree is not super full. It definitely looks puny compared to the other trees in store, but you can fluff it up with ribbon, add your decor to it, and I think it's gonna look great. This is definitely the best budget tree that they have of all the trees I'm showing you, and you can get it for under $100. Now, if money is no object, which I know is normally not the case, but if you're looking for a stunning tree that is going to wow everybody who comes into your home, this would be my pick. It's the GE 7.5-foot True to Nature Madison fir pre-lit tree. This one retails at $698. I know, I'm hoping maybe it'll go on deal. Right now it is not. It has a 4.9 rating and it does have 20 reviews, so a lot of people who have bought this are happy with it. So what is so special about this tree? It's the fact that it has 3,000 lights on it, you guys. This thing is coated in lights, and it has a remote, which I think when you're paying $700, you're gonna want a remote for your tree. And it has this steady random sparkle twinkle feature that none of the other trees in the store have, and it is just stunning. This tree is also extremely full. It has almost 5,000 mixed needle branch tips, and it's 58 inches in diameter, so it is significantly fuller and wider than any of the other trees I've showed you. But a feature that I do like is it does have a tree topper plug. I personally have a Christmas tree that I got from Costco, and the thing that annoys me about it the most is that there is no tree topper plug. So I have to run an extension cord all the way up to the tree to put my star or my angel on top, but this one has a little plug at the top, so you don't have to do that. And not only does this come in a 7.5-foot option, but the best seller of this tree is the 9-foot option, and that one clocks in at $798. Now, if that is just way too crazy, you don't want to invest that much money in a tree, I understand. GE has one step down from this tree, and that one is still really beautiful as well. And this is called the Aspen fir. It measures at 7.5 feet. This one retails for $498, so $200 off from that top level GE tree. It has a 4.6 rating, and this one has 266 reviews, so a lot of people have bought this and liked it. This one is just as full as that other high-end GE option. It has over 5,000 branch tips, so actually even more branches than that high-end one, and then it's 60 inches in diameter. Where you're gonna see the difference is the amount of lights that it has. It has half the amount of lights. It doesn't have that twinkle option, but it is still gonna have the option to do white or multicolored and dimming and dimming out. There's 7 different features, so there's still a lot to choose from. Both of these trees have that tree topper option with that extra plug at the top to top in your tree topper, which I think is key when you're spending this much on a tree. This tree also comes with a remote control. I love having that option for ease of operating, and it also comes in a couple of different versions. So if you want a more slim version of this tree, that retails at $348. And then they also have a 5-foot option that is going to be a lot shorter, a lot smaller in width as well. And that is going to be a lot more affordable at $168. I love the very high-end GE tree because I love that twinkle option. I am such a sucker for that. But when it comes to the step down, I think I prefer those Balsam Hill trees that I shared earlier in the video with this one. Okay, we're coming to my last tree, but I do have some surprises after I'm done with the tree roundup, so keep watching. Okay, this last tree is for the person who doesn't like a pre-lit tree. Now, I know there are some people out there that the technology of a pre-lit tree has failed you. I've been there before. I think it's getting better. I think the technology has come a long way and we're not pulling our tree out and half of it won't light up anymore. But if you have ever had to cut a pre-lit tree, cut those wires off just to keep your tree, you will know the pain and the agony in that. So you might want to opt for this tree. Now this is the Holiday Living 7.5-foot Windsor tree. Like I said, it is unlit. This one retails at $178. It has a 4.8 rating with 97 reviews. So a lot of people like this tree. So what is great about getting an unlit tree is that you can be in charge of your lighting. If you feel like changing it out every year, if you feel like getting a twinkle light option, but you don't want to spend $700 on a tree, you can buy your own lights. You can get different colors like blues or pinks or purples. It's up to you, and you can change it every year. You can change up the style and change up the look. And then when you're investing in that tree, you really know it's literally going to last as long as the tree will hold up, and you don't have to worry about the light technology. But for me, the ease of it just being pre-lit and put perfectly in place and on each branch and in there, like I already like just having that done. So I am a pre-lit person, but I know there are people out there that are not. And this one is really, really stunning. And I think you're going to be happy with it. This is currently trending on Lowe's website. So it seems like a lot of people are searching for unlit trees right now. Okay, I'm gonna get to inflatables in a second because Lowe's has some amazing Christmas inflatables right now, but I also wanted to draw your attention to the tree collars they have. I am such a big fan of a tree collar. I love the way it looks compared to a skirt. I just think it's a lot more sophisticated and pulls your tree together, and they have some beautiful options this year. My definite favorite is this seagrass one. I just love the natural look of it, and I decorate pretty minimalistic with like a white and green theme for Christmas, so this would fit perfectly in with my style. If you like something a little bit more high-end, a little bit blinged out, I think this hammered gold one is gorgeous as well. And if you're more of like a country farmhouse style, they have this basket one in whitewashed, which is very, very farmhouse. And then they have this brown one, which is a little bit more subdued. And I think with this basket one, you could even flip it upside down and it would look like your tree is actually sitting in a basket versus having a tree collar. I think all of these are really great options and very pretty, and they all retail for $39.98. Okay, I have a little bonus information for you. I want to talk about their inflatables. I just wanted to share my top 3 with you because I think their inflatables are so fun and so on point. The one that I grabbed for our yard this year is this 5-foot helicopter Christmas inflatable. It retails for $139, but if you sign up for Lowe's program, their membership program, which is completely free, you can get it for $40 off right now. This thing is big. It's 8 foot wide, 5 foot tall, and then almost 5 feet in diameter. So it is really going to fill up the yard and I think be our showpiece this year. Now, if you are not wanting to go that big, they do have a lot of 3-foot options when it comes to little mini characters that you can put in your yard. I had a Minion Bob for Halloween and he was such a hit, and these are exclusive to Lowe's. And so now they have a PJ Christmas one, and this guy is so cute. I'm thinking about getting him as well. This is a lot more of an affordable price and a smaller size. size. This retails at $34.98. And the last inflatable that really caught my eye was this 8-foot Grinch where he's holding Max. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas is one of my favorite Christmas stories, and I just love this inflatable. I love the big size. Like, when it comes to Christmas and inflatable outside, we want the bigger the better at my house. This one retails for $129, and it is exclusive to Lowe's as well. Those are just my favorites that I'm going to share. They have tons and tons of options, so definitely go check that out in store or online if you want to see what they have. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up before you leave. If you have any questions about these trees or the inflatables, you can leave those down in the comment box and I will answer any questions that you have. Thanks for being here, and I will see you in my next video.